Hello, kindergarten. Today we are going to talk about something called adjectives. And adjectives is a really big word, but all an adjective is simply a word that describes something. So it might tell something's color or size or what something sounds like or how someone is feeling. So these are words that you probably already use a lot. If you say a color, like you say, my sweater is white. White is an adjective. You might say, my lights are sparkle. There they are. My lights are sparkly. Sparkly is sparkle is an adjective. It describes what the lights look like. If you say, I'm feeling happy today, happy is an adjective. So anything that describes or tells us what something is like is called an adjective. So I have this poster that tells us adjectives can be color, the size, the sound, or the feeling of something. So I brought along a story that I want to share with you today that is full of adjectives. We're going to listen to the story called Hairy, Scary, Ordinary. What is an adjective? And this is by Brian Cleary. And just to let you know, hairy and scary and ordinary, they're all adjectives. All right, let's open up this book and see what it says. Right here on the title page, it tells us right here, it says adjective, a word that describes a thing, an idea, or a living being. So something that's alive, which we're learning about things that are alive in science class. All right, so you ready for our story? Here we go. Adjectives are words like hairy, scary, cool, and ordinary. They describe like tan and tall, funny, frisky, smooth, and small. So if we look at our picture here, this man has a tan. He has a suntan going on. And this guy, he's being kind of funny. And this little dog is frisky. He wants his bone. And then this little guy is grabbing some smooth ice cream and he's small. So all of these words describe the pictures that we're seeing. They tell us things are orange or green. So those are colors. Hot or cold or in between. Leaky, squeaky, ancient, new, easy, breezy, broken, blue. So here, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to bring this up to you closer. The ceiling, there we go, everything's opposite. The ceiling is leaking. And so leaky describes it. Squeaky, that's a dog toy that makes a squeaky sound. So squeaky describes the sound. Ancient, I don't know if you know what ancient means, but if something is ancient, it means it's really, really old. Or it's new, okay? Easy, breezy, broken, and blue. So those are all words that describe. Adjectives help tell us more, like narrow street or favorite store. Hilly, chilly, fast and fun, undercooked or overdone. So they can describe outside, it can describe food. They tell us of an old black boot, a rainy day, or a wrinkled suit. A silly teacher, giant hair, a large cow at the local fair. Kickballs that are red and rubber, spots clean fur each time you scrub her. Cold, dark mornings, hot pink shades, young girls drinking lemonades. So young is describing the girls. Hot pink describes the shades of the sunglasses. cold, and dark describe the morning. We have some cold, dark mornings right now, being in December. They tell if root beer's flat or fizzy, and if your street is quiet or busy. That treats are yummy, shakes are thick, and if your tummy's calm or sick. Hopefully nobody's sick, right? We don't like to be sick. They're colorful like mauve and puce. They help explain like lean and loose. Baggy, saggy, stretchy, strong. Much too short or way too long. Adjectives are words like flashy, vibrant, green, and somewhat trashy. Frilly, silly, polka dotted, single looped, or double knotted. So even your shoelaces can be described with an adjective. If you have a single knot in your shoelace or a double knot in your shoelace. Words like spunky, rather clunky, priceless, nice, and downright junky. Speedy, spoiled, spiffy, spare, thrifty, nifty, bronze, and bare. They modify nouns in ways that help us tell us if someone's sincere, delighted, or jealous. Its jackets are herringbone, pinstriped, or plaid if babies are crabby, excited, or glad. So it can describe how something looks. It can also describe how something or someone feels. They tell us that shows are stupid or funny, or that books are stuffy, amazing, or punny. Of the looks that are frightening, dogs that are stray, of coffee that's black in a cup that is gray. Adjectives help us describe words when we're tired, or say when we're grumpy, or when we are wired. Without them, we couldn't tell mom how we feel, like hungry or hurting, or ready to squeal. Lopsided, one-sided ball games that bore us. The sweet, gentle sounds that descend from the chorus. Mighty blue oceans and tiny red rings, adjectives tell us of all these things. So, what is an adjective? Do you know? So, from our story, we have learned that adjectives are things like color, size, sound, and how somebody might be feeling. These are all words that we use in our stories. And those words that tell color, size, sound, and how someone's feeling, they are called adjective words. So today and tomorrow, over the next 2 days, we are going to be writing another narrative. And this time we're going to really focus our attentoscopes. We're going to focus on making sure that this narrative has all of the other things a narrative has, like a character, you as the character, beginning, a middle, and end, a setting. And we want to make sure it also has adjective words or describing words. So here's what we're going to do today. Today, we're going to think and we're going to draw. I want you to think about something that you can do a really good job describing what it looks like, sounds like, maybe even tastes like, or how you feel. So I'm going to give you some ideas and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So it is the holiday time. Many of our houses have lots of festive decorations. So you can describe what the decorations look like and maybe even sound like, because some of them make noise in your house. If you maybe have Christmas lights or holiday lights, or maybe you have greenery or garland around your house, maybe you have something called a menorah where there's candles that you light. Maybe you have a Christmas tree. Maybe in your front yard, you or your grown-up has put out other things like the blow up decorations that expand with the air, or the lights on your rooftop. Or maybe you could describe something that you like to play with. So maybe you want to describe your favorite toy or your favorite thing to do. If you can make sure that you can tell a color, a size, a sound, or a feeling about it, then that's something good that you might want to share. Another thing you could share is a story about maybe one of your favorite foods to make or eat. Maybe you've recently made holiday cookies, or maybe Thanksgiving you made a special food. You could tell the story of that and describe the color of it, the size of it, maybe not so much the sound, maybe how it made you feel or how it made other people feel. So you don't have to use all four things, but I would say probably you want to try to have three of the four, okay? So I'm going to do my Christmas tree. I'm going to tell a narrative about decorating my Christmas tree. And I'm going to describe the color of my tree, the size of my tree. My tree doesn't really make any noises, but I'm going to describe how my tree makes me feel. Okay? So, what I'm going to do today, though, is I'm going to draw the picture that's going to be in my journal. So, I'm going to press pause. I'm going to draw my picture. You don't need to press pause, but I'll be right back to show you my picture. All right, welcome back. So I did my drawing of my journal came apart. That's okay. I did my drawing of one of my favorite things that I like to do every morning, which is drinking a nice, warm, hot, steamy cup of coffee, which I have right here, on the couch early in the morning before my family wakes up. It's still dark outside. It looks like it's nighttime, but it's really the morning. But I like to drink my steaming hot cup of coffee in front of our Christmas tree, and I turn it on, and it's sparkly and it's pretty, it's beautiful. There's reds and silvers, and the lights are like a golden yellow color. And it smells good because it's a real tree that we chopped down, so it smells kind of like a pine cones kind of a smell. And it's one of my favorite things to do before my family wakes up and then my house gets loud and crazy. So that's what I'm going to write about with my narrative. So to give you an idea of what you could do, you could draw a Christmas decoration that you can tell a story about. So something that has a story along with it, not just, a picture of something. You have to be able to tell a story with a beginning, middle, and end. Another thing you could do, friends, is if you have a pet. Pets are great to describe. They're furry, they're small, they're large, they bark, they meow, they purr, maybe they hiss, maybe they are jumpy, maybe they are calm, maybe they make you feel loved and feel happy. So there's tons of adjectives that go along with our pets. So you could draw your pet and describe what your pet looks like, what your pet sounds like, how your pet makes you feel, the color that they are, and all those things. So you could do your pet, you could do a favorite holiday decoration, you could do something you've made in the kitchen, like a gingerbread house or Christmas cookies, or even pancakes or peanut butter and jelly. So it doesn't have to be anything, you don't have to overthink this. So maybe ask your grown-up for some help if you're stuck. But I gave you tons of great ideas that you could do, okay? You could even do, a story about a time when you went somewhere special, like maybe a trip to the ocean, and you could describe what the ocean looked like, what it smelled like, the temperature of the water, the temperature outside. So you could do something like that. You could do your pets. You could do a holiday decoration or something holiday related. Basically anything you want. And we want to be thinking of words that we're going to use that describe the color, size, sound, feeling, and we can even add smell to that too. All right? So you're just simply drawing a picture today. And then tomorrow, we're going to take this picture and we're going to turn it into a narrative, a story that really happened to you with a beginning, a middle, and an end. All right, friends, have so much fun drawing your picture today. All right, and then tomorrow, like I said, we're going to write. All right, friends, I will see you tomorrow.